the third dimension.
3D Newsbite.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Adolph. I have with me Jake.
Howdy, folks.
And on this 3D Newsbite podcast, we're going to talk about one thing only, which is the trailer to Soul, the newest Disney Pixar movie coming out next year. Now, this is the first teaser trailer we've ever gotten for Soul, so this is everything. Jake, do you want to do a quick rundown of what is happening in this teaser trailer?
It looks like we've got a musician who meets his untimely end by walking into a manhole while staring at his phone.
Yeah, that's a pretty good summary. The trailer really starts off like really inspirational, and what do you want to do with your life, and people kind of really kind of changing their lives to be better, and it's really nice and cool, and it looks kind of like an adult or mature movie for adults. And then it looks like he dies. We're not really 100% clear, but we see like his, I guess, soul or spirit, and then there's other spirit that's there, and then it goes into like a dancing move with the other spirit, and then that's it. And what do you think of that?
It saddened me greatly because, I took it as when he fell, he died, this is his soul. And when he was talking about what he to be remembered for, the other soul just read like a small child.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of saying it. Basically, there's a massive tonal shift here. It is night and day difference. Like the first half of this trailer is, okay, cool. It's like a good movie for older people, and just inspire you to do something different. And then next part, there's this cartoon soul dancing that just feels like a kiddie thing, and just like, okay, what is this movie? Is this movie for adults, or is this movie for really small kids?
It sounded like Dory, except I read the character felt like a small, like not even a teenager yet. And then I'm like thinking, and this person's dead. I mean, of course, I feel the same thing about Casper the Friendly Ghost, because Casper's obviously his child.
Which is kind of dark if you think about it, but
Yeah, I know. My mind just went there. This movie just seems like it's kind of in the up territory. It's another great. They're not going back to the well for Toy Story 5. It's a brand new idea. I like the fact that the jazz. That's a nice change of music. This is definitely something new. It looks beautiful.
Now, a lot of people have mentioned that Pixar movies don't have a lot of diversity, which I kind of think maybe not originally, but now they're getting here. This looks very diverse,
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So the official synopsis is Pixar Animation Studios will take you on a journey from the streets of New York City to the cosmic realms to discover the answers of life's most important questions. Disney Pixar's Soul arrives in theaters June 19th, 2020. We're not sure if it's 3D or not, but it's pretty safe to assume. Basically, all of Pixar movies lately have been 3D, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's the producers of Inside Out, which Inside Out is awesome. So I'm really,
So I'm wondering if this ties into Inside Out, because you notice the two souls were different colors. So I'm wondering if emotional states, your soul's the color of your emotional state, either at the moment or when you pass on.
So it's really interesting, and I really wonder how much of the movie is going to be in these souls, how much of the movie is going to be, back in New York City. Is this going to be like the Onward trailer teaser, where the first teaser really gave you nothing, but the second one gave you a lot? Because I feel like we got only basics here, so we don't have that much story-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm just wondering what kind of jazz soundtrack they're gonna have and who's gonna do it.
So yeah, it definitely looks interesting, and I'm definitely give Pixar the benefit of the doubt, and people from Inside Out, that's definitely a great thing, and even Toy Story 4 was great. So I don't have any worries here. I'm just a little bit worried about the Soul stuff being too kiddie, and then that you're trying to balance it out. And then if they try too much, it's going to be like half kiddie, half, mature audience. And so that's what I'm worried about, but it should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they might have another Up on their hands.
Yeah, I think Up is definitely great and one of the best movies.
Same way with Inside Out.
So I guess that's basically it for our little podcast talking about the teaser trailer for Soul. Any last words, Jake?
Yeah, I can't wait. From this trailer, I can't wait for this movie.
It's good to see Pixar and Disney having new content. And Soul and Onward are both two original IPs that never been inspired by anything else. So it's good to see them go back to new stuff and not always do sequels,
Yeah, I think we've had enough Toy Story movies.
I mean, I love the Toy Story movies. Don't get me wrong. I love them all. But I'm totally happy to get something new and different.
Oh, I definitely want something new and different. And I think they should have ended with Toy Story. They should have ended before this last one. I mean, it was fine, but I still think they should have just left. Just let it be.
Okay, so that's going to be basically it for this Soul teaser trailer reaction podcast. Okay, before this podcast wraps up, I want to thank my patrons. Thank you, David and Mr. Bengal 5 for your financial support on patreon.com. So that's going to be it for this podcast. You can find us 3dor2d.com on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and so much more. Just look for 3D or 2D. You can also send us your listener mail. Our email address is email3dor2d@gmail.com. Links are in the description. Thank you for listening and or watching. Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.